Now that we understand head and tail keywords and branded and non-branded keywords, let's break down the keyword research process into a few steps. We will call the first step keyword discovery, finding an initial list of keywords for your product, service, or offering. The second step will involve evaluating and focusing that keyword list. Your keyword list is also a great starting point for creating content for your site. Let's get started. To begin keyword discovery, we will start by identifying key topics for which you would like to optimize your content. Depending on the size of your site, you may have several themes, or just a few, or even just one. Once you're settled on a direction you want to take, you will brainstorm a list of relevant keywords that fit that theme. We'll call this the theme keyword list. You will make this initial list quite broad and later narrow it down to a list of targeted keywords, your targeted keyword list. The ultimate list of target keywords you settle on should not be too long. If you have too long a list, it becomes harder to focus your optimization efforts. To compile your targeted keyword list, it's a good idea to look back at your target persona. Recall that personas are fictional representations of your core target audience. For our Bamboo HR company example, let's go back to the format we used to build personas in the first course. Target companies for Bamboo HR are small or medium-sized businesses that could be an online marketplace or an offline brick-and-mortar business that's having trouble finding a simple, cloud-based, cost-effective employee information and tracking technology system. This is of interest to either a CFO, a head of people operations, or an HR manager at a company. Let's assume in our case that our persona is an HR manager and his name is Edward. Edward is looking for software that makes it easier for him to complete many parts of his job. From applicant screening to payroll management, Edward hopes that software like that will make him more efficient, ease the workload, streamline processes, and he ultimately wants to make sure his boss thinks highly of his performance. With Bamboo HR's target persona in mind, we can better focus our keyword discovery. Let's take a look at some tools that marketers in the industry use. There are many keyword tools out there. Some are free, some aren't. You will find a list of tools in the instructor notes below. Keyword tools like the AdWords Keyword Planner are mostly built for the purpose of finding keywords you could target in a paid search campaign, but they can be helpful to fine-tune the list of keywords you target for SEO purposes as well. There's also the Mozz keyword tool. It helps with selection of keywords in this discovery step, and it provides metrics to help you evaluate the strength of the keywords and focus your list. They offer a free version that you can get started with and a pro version with more bells and whistles. Let's hear from Mozz on how their tool works. Then I will show you exactly how we can use it to fine-tune your targeted keyword list.
Let's spend a couple minutes together getting started with Keyword Explorer. So this is actually quite a simple app. The idea is that I'm going to search for terms or phrases that are related to the content I want to create and the searchers I'm trying to reach. I'm going to add those terms and phrases that I like to lists, get suggestions, create a robust set of keywords, and then I can export it and view metrics and prioritize. So let's say I'm a travel writer. I'm going to be visiting Austin, Texas. So I'll start with the keyword phrase visiting Austin. I get to an overview page that shows me my metrics at the top, potential keyword suggestions, SERPs analysis, essentially who's ranking on Google's page 1 and what sort of metrics they have, and then mentions from Fresh Web Explorer. And from here, I'm going to dig in to all these thousands of suggestions. Ooh, I really like this one. Not a ton of people search for it, but I bet I could rank well for that. Visiting Austin with kids. I'm going to add that to my Austin keywords list. You can see it's shown there as being added to my list. Now when I go over to my keyword list, and I take a look at Austin keywords, I can see all the keywords I'm considering. And Keyword Explorer is going and gathering those metrics about that new keyword I just added, visiting Austin with kids, so I can decide for myself, do I want to target that? Is it important to prioritize? I can change the importance on these and say, hey, these are really important keywords, and oh, by the way, that one, not so important. And then I can export to CSV. Let's see if it has metrics for me now. Sweet, look at that. Oh, very low difficulty, very high opportunity. I like this keyword. I'm going to go after it.
The Mozz tool can help you find keywords that may be relevant to Edward, Bamboo HR's target customer. You can start with a few keywords of your own, and the tool also suggests you keywords. So let's take a look. So here we are in the Keyword Explorer tool from Mozz. For example, when you type in payroll software, the tool gives you more suggestions of tail keywords that could be interesting. So here are the keyword suggestions. Keeping the persona in mind, and after some research, you might have come up with a list of keyword suggestions like these. These are the keywords Edward may use, and they're relevant for Bamboo HR. So that's a good starting point. Now, on to the next step.